Today, I'm tackling a question that has haunted so many fans for almost 2 decades. What the heck actually happened to the 2003 Teen Titans? Why was it canceled? Were there lost storylines we never got to see? And could our beloved Titans ever return? Grab a pizza, find a comfy seat, and let's jump right into this story of how 5 teenage heroes took Cartoon Network by storm, only to vanish, and then kinda come back in ways we never expected. This is the rise, fall, and legacy of the 2003 Teen Titans. The Teen Titans began in the 1960s, starring DC's most famous sidekicks, Robin, Kid Flash, Aqualad, Speedy, and Wonder Girl. They were initially seen as a younger Justice League, often overshadowed by their adult mentors. But in the 1980s, Marv Wolfman and George Perez revitalized them in the new Teen Titans. This run introduced Raven, Cyborg, Starfire, and Beast Boy, characters who exploded in popularity and formed the version of the Titans we recognize today. The new Teen Titans soared to the top of the sales charts, often outselling even Batman and Superman. Fans loved its deep character work, teenage drama, and arcs like Tara's betrayal and Raven's conflict with her demonic father, Trigon. That era, more than anything else, became the foundation for the 2003 Teen Titans cartoon. When Teen Titans debuted on Cartoon Network in 2003, it immediately stood out. The theme song, Teen Titans Go, by the Japanese pop duo Puffy Ami Yumi, set a playful tone. Producer Glenn Murakami, a huge anime fan, brought an expressive art style and comedic timing inspired by series like Cyborg, 009, and FLCL Fooly Cooly. Unlike the darker DC animated universe, Batman, the animated series, Justice League, Teen Titans opted for bright colors, silly humor, and episodes that often looked like they came straight out of a manga. Yet it balanced that lighthearted approach with darker story arcs whenever a villain like Slade showed up. Setting the show in Jump City, an upbeat West Coast environment, helped it feel distinct from Gotham or Metropolis. The series also avoided referencing Batman too much, so viewers could see Robin as a hero in his own right, rather than a sidekick. A major draw of the 2003 series was how each season spotlighted a particular Titan, with one glaring omission. This approach gave fans a real sense of growth and emotional investment. Season 1, Robin vs. Slade. Robin's obsession with Slade pushed him to extreme measures. We saw his darker side, including a haunting episode where Robin hallucinates Slade as a constant presence. Season 2, Tara. Though not in the original 5, Tara became integral to the team until her heartbreaking betrayal. It's one of the show's most dramatic arcs, culminating in her self-sacrifice. Season 3, Cyborg. Cyborg struggles with being half human, half machine. This season further teased the bigger Titans world and introduced storylines involving Brother Blood. Season 4, Raven and Trigon. Probably the darkest season, focusing on Raven's destiny to bring about a demonic apocalypse. It introduced intense horror elements as she battled her father, Trigon. Season 5, Beast Boy and Doom Patrol. The show's scope expanded globally, bringing in a roster of teen heroes and the Brotherhood of Evil. Beast Boy's ties to the Doom Patrol took center stage. But what about Starfire? She never received a dedicated story arc spanning an entire season, even though she was one of the show's core characters. There were talks of her returning to Tamaran and wrestling with her identity, but that didn't happen before the cancellation. So, how did a wildly popular cartoon end after only 5 seasons? Producer David Slack pointed to 3 main factors. Ratings decline. While the show started strong, some parents and younger audiences felt later seasons, especially the dark Season 4, were too intense for a lighthearted superhero cartoon. Cancellation timing. Originally, Season 5 was supposed to have 20 episodes, but got cut to 13. The team already knew the show was likely ending, so they rushed final storylines. Merchandise issues. Cartoon Network had a toy licensing deal with Mattel, whereas Teen Titans toys were produced by Bandai. This corporate mismatch didn't help the show's longevity. A show's fate often hinges on ratings, merchandise, and whether the network believes it can still turn a profit. Despite Teen Titans having a strong fan base, these factors made it risky for Cartoon Network to keep renewing it. The series' last official TV episode, Things Change, is famously ambiguous, especially the way it teased Tara's return with absolutely no resolution. Alright, get ready for a what-if roller coaster, because the number of dropped or cancelled storylines is massive. Slade's takeover. Writer Rob Hoagie once hinted that they'd planned for Slade to storm the Brotherhood of Evil's headquarters, kick the Brain's dome across the floor, and effectively take over as the new main villain. That would have been epic. Imagine Slade putting the Brotherhood in its place and continuing his cat-and-mouse obsession with Robin. The next storyline was about Ravager, Slade's daughter. The team tossed around ideas for bringing in Ravager as a morally gray figure. She often opposes her father, and sometimes even joins the Titans in the comics. The staff worried it might feel too much like Tara's traitor or ally storyline, so they wanted to find a fresh angle, but it never materialized. Another interesting one was Jericho's ongoing story. Slade's son, Jericho, did appear in Season 5, but many fans suspect he would have returned as a more prominent Titan if the show had gone on. He's a fan favorite in the comics for his peaceful personality and unique powers. Possession via eye contact. Season 6 might have expanded on him. And can't forget Wonder Girl. This one stings. Wonder Girl is part of the original 1960s Titans lineup, but the show couldn't use her because of licensing entanglements around the Wonder Woman brand. DC and Warner Brothers wouldn't allow a guest star usage of a Wonder Woman-related character unless it was a main starring role. So while you'll see quick cameo glimpses of Wonder Girl in the background of episodes like Homecoming or Calling All Titans, she never got to truly join the squad on screen in a storyline capacity. On top of that, we got robbed from a Starfire season arc. The showrunners considered an entire cosmic adventure to Tamaran, exploring whether Starfire could ever feel at home there again after spending so long on Earth. They even considered weaving the Omega Men into the plot, another lesser-known DC cosmic group. But time constraints and the fear of shifting the show's entire setting into outer space kept it on the back burner. And lastly, Chief of the Doom Patrol. In Season 5, we meet the Doom Patrol, Mento, Robot Man, Negative Man, and Elastigirl, as Beast Boy's old team. But the team's iconic leader, the Chief, never made a proper appearance due to time constraints, and the show's final season order getting cut short. Basically, the show had a treasure trove of potential arcs that never saw the light of day. Had Season 5 been 20 episodes, we might have gotten to see more Slade, more expansions to the Titans' ranks, and possibly that cosmic Starfire storyline. Instead, we got only 13 episodes, plus a somewhat confusing final scene that left fans guessing Tara's fate. Did you know the 2003 Teen Titans has an official lost episode? It's not just a rumor on some random message board. Back in 2005, Post Cereals ran a marketing promo where you could find a code in certain cereal boxes. If you typed that code into the Postopia website, you'd unlock a special 12-minute Teen Titans short titled, literally, The Lost Episode. It featured a new villain, Punk Rocket, who used his electric guitar to cause chaos. Later, that mini-episode was included on the Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo DVD release. It's silly, it's short, and it's pretty obscure, so if you've never seen it, you're definitely not alone. What's fascinating about this lost episode is that it came out during the show's prime. It's not a leftover from the final batch of episodes. It's more of a marketing oddity that never aired on TV. For completists, it's a must-see bit of Titans media, if only because it's an official piece of content featuring the main cast in a wacky storyline. Technically, we also got a full-length animated movie, Teen Titans: Trouble in Tokyo. Released in 2006, right around the end of the show's run, it was meant to cap off the series in a more definitive, celebratory way. The Titans travel to Tokyo, face off against a new villain named Brushogun, and explore a different cultural setting that suits the show's anime aesthetic. For some fans, Trouble in Tokyo felt like a better send-off than the cryptic Things Change episode. We see Robin and Starfire share a long-anticipated kiss, which felt like closure for their will-they-won't-they dynamic. Even so, Trouble in Tokyo didn't address the lingering threads from Season 5's finale. If you're looking for answers about Terra or Slade's next move, you won't find them here. The movie is more of a fun-side adventure that cements the team's bond. When the credits rolled, that was largely it for the 2003 Titans, until some random shorts started appearing years later. After 2006, Teen Titans went quiet until 2012, when Cartoon Network's DC Nation block aired quick comedic shorts featuring the original voice cast in chibi form. These proved so popular that they evolved into Teen Titans Go, which debuted in 2013. Teen Titans Go is a silly, fourth-wall-breaking comedy that heavily references DC lore. But it's not a direct sequel to the 2003 show, despite sharing voice actors. Created by Michael Jelenic and Aaron Horvath, it's completely different in tone, focusing on zany humor rather than emotional arcs. While Go is undeniably successful, spawning movies, crossovers, and endless reruns, it's a disappointment for fans craving a proper continuation of the original series. In the 2018 film Teen Titans Go. To the movies, a post-credit scene showed the 2003 Titans saying they found a way back. Fans exploded with excitement, believing Season 6 was on the horizon. The reality? We got Teen Titans Go vs. Teen Titans in 2019, a crossover featuring both versions of the team, plus cameos from other multiverse Titans. Although it was fun seeing the 2003 team again, it wasn't a true revival. The original Titans played supporting roles in a Go-style storyline with comedic gags overshadowing any serious plot. For those hoping for classic arcs, it was more of a lighthearted tribute than a legitimate continuation. You might be wondering if a real Season 6 is still possible. The short answer? Maybe, but don't hold your breath. Nostalgia-driven revivals do happen. Samurai Jack, Invader Zim, X-Men 97. If the right deal appears and enough fans clamor for it, Warner Brothers could revisit the 2003 Titans. However, Teen Titans Go remains a huge hit, and networks are less likely to run two Teen Titans cartoons in parallel with such different tones. Meanwhile, the live-action Titans on DC Universe's HBO Max ran from 2018 to 2023 with a darker spin on Robin, Starfire, Beast Boy, and Raven. It recently ended, leaving open the question of whether James Gunn's new DC Studios plans could introduce a cinematic Titans storyline, especially with Batman's family factoring into upcoming films. Still, that wouldn't be the same as continuing the specific storyline from 2003. So, to answer the question, what actually happened to the Teen Titans? The short version is, the 2003 series ran for 5 seasons, plus a movie, got cancelled due to a confluence of falling ratings, tonal shifts, and especially toy licensing shenanigans. The creative team had multiple ideas for a Season 6 or a spin-off, including expansions to the roster, deeper dives into Starfire's story, and even a scenario where Slade took over the Brotherhood of Evil. None of those happened. Instead, we got comedic DC Nation shorts, which evolved into Teen Titans Go, a show that shares the same voice cast but not the same tone or continuity. We've had some teasers, like that post-credit scene in Teen Titans Go, to the movies and the fun Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans crossover. But so far, no official revival or Season 6 has materialized. The 2003 Titans remain on ice, popping up occasionally as cameos in comedic crossovers. But as streaming services and nostalgia-driven revivals keep happening, there's always a spark of hope that we might one day get a true return of that beloved animated incarnation. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and let me know in the comments. What was your favorite Teen Titans arc or episode? Do you think we'll ever get a real Season 6? Until next time, Titans, go!